I'm in danger.
CGO is not Go. When you see import C in your Go code, you might be thinking that you're just importing some libraries or even functions from C. I mean, that's how C++ works, right?
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
But C++ barely changes at all when it imports from C. It's like that for a specific reason. It's quite literally just C with a little bit of fun on top of it. It has things like proper memory safety, templates, object-oriented programming. They are deranged cousins after all. They still talk to each other from time to time at Thanksgiving.
These white men are dangerous.
But they do avoid a lot of topics. When Go uses CGO, it's not that Go is using some C libraries. It's coexisting in a very hacky way that would just disable nearly all of Go's features. It can also be incredibly unsafe with how C works by nature. They coexist by making inaccurate assumptions about each other, and sometimes dangerous ones as well. It's like putting two very opinionated politicians in the same room together and then expecting them to be besties.
What's up, baby mama?
That's gross.
You know you want some of me.
And then whenever those assumptions become related to any multi-threaded architecture or memory safety, you know that you're doomed. When you think about Go runtime a bit more, you realize that dang, it's really not that friendly when it comes to talking to other languages. When you spawn a Go process, its linkage, garbage collector, etc. is tightly coupled with its Go runtime. All the special features about Go really only work when the process is only expecting Go. Hell, it even has its own way of running threads called Go routines. Such a girl boss. It was designed this way for a reason, and so was C. But unfortunately, it's C's world and you're living in it. It's like riding a motorcycle without a helmet. I mean, do helmets even do anything in that case? But in the same breath, every single machine on this planet depends on C though, right? Without CGO enabled, Go can run on any platform easily. Through its best-in-class cross-compilation, amazing test tools, simple networking packages, an amazing dependency manager, etc. Then we enable CGO. Builds are incredibly slow because C has a manual way of linkage, and every single time you build with CGO, it'll have to compile all of the C that you're using in its own object file. Builds are much more complicated since C has its own opinions on everything, and Go is not even designed to consider these things in the first place. Basically, we're talking about the difference between getting a drink at a self-serve gas station versus a 5-course meal with the best service on the planet. C just makes you do everything on your own, and Go makes you do as little as possible. Go might even throw in a massage.
I'm about to bust.
This might not sound too terrible on paper, but then what if something goes wrong? Go has a system failure process called panic, and then C will just collapse in on itself and possibly catch on fire if you try to dereference a null pointer. Debugging is next to impossible if you're not incredibly careful when you have CGO enabled. The best way around this is incredibly extensive testing is carefully understood. Go has its own way of handling types. Even an integer in Go is not the same thing as what's in C. Go even has slices and its own take on arrays. At the end of the day, it's just best for Go to be as far away from its own types as possible. Memory alignment is also a major issue here. Go usually handles these things behind the scenes, and it's not very friendly to manual alignment, which could cause a lot of issues. Go routines also make things more complicated. Shared memory between Go and C can be an issue. And then of course the obvious that Go has its own garbage collector and then C doesn't. So you'll have to decide as a developer between the two. From these examples, you can see that this is a pretty polar decision. If you introduce C to your Go code, you would have to make Go behave nothing like it normally would. And then even then, there are risks. Then it comes down to why even do all of this? We're turning off all of the best features of Go. And then, well, as usual, it depends. Sometimes you just gotta make ends meet. At the end of the day, when a system is running, the people who created the system should know exactly what's happening as best as possible. And in this scenario, when runtime becomes a guessing game, that's when it's time to reconsider the whole project. On the flip side, I understand why there's an incentive here. I think that Golang is just a bit behind on being used with other low-level languages like C. Working on improvements like reduced overhead, a better approach of building with C, a new design approach for memory management, and simply having a better approach to error handling can make these two languages a lot more friendly with each other. I think this stuff is in the works, but for now, the best thing is to carefully consider how your project is using CGO.
Bye, bitch.